Rich Scangarello, the 49ers lose another coach. I believe it's in total 8 coaches that the 49ers have lost so far this offseason. Along those lines. All right. Don't quote me on that exact number, but it's something like that. All right. Rich Scangarello, who's 49ers quarterback coach, he's out of there. Now, he was the 49ers quarterback coach from 2017, 2018. He was the Broncos offensive coordinator 2019. He was the Eagles offensive assistant 2020. And then the 49ers quarterback coach 2021. And then now Kentucky moving forward, offensive coordinator and quarterback coach. I heard this angle, somebody DM me and was like, hey, or actually there is something, somebody put it out there. I saw it on an Instagram post where someone was like, all these coaches leaving is because people were split on Trey Lance. Half the people wanted Trey Lance, half the people didn't. So all these coaches that did not want Trey Lance, they left. Bullshit. All right. Also, someone came in and was like, hey, Rich Gangarillo, why would he leave the 49ers? Trey Lance there. Shouldn't he stay there? That should tell you everything that you need to know about the Trey Lance. Like, people that want to push back on that, I've never seen anything like it. Like, maybe I think people start pushing back on Jimmy. I don't think they really push back on Jimmy like that as far as 49er fans. Now, mainstream media, they always push back on Jimmy. But fans, it wasn't until like Trey Lance came. And then you had like, it was like very split. But the narratives that get pushed about Trey Lance is really wild to me. And again, I speak more so on just, I try to make sense of things, not in the sense of I'm taking one side or another. Obviously, I like Trey Lance, I like the upside, but I just try to make sense of it. All right. Now, I got the DM and he's like, oh, well, Scangarello, like, why wouldn't he stay? If he thought that Trey Lance would be any good, he would stay and get a better job. And it's like, no. And I responded to that Instagram post as well, where people saying, oh, 49 coaches, they were split on Trey Lance, so they left. No, that's all bullshit. And here's why. Coaches, guess what they do? They coach. They have nothing to do with the personnel. If 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 the players that were picked in the draft had anything to do with if you left or stayed or whatever, like, coaches, bro, like, you'd always be unhappy. You'd always be unhappy. These coaches don't care about who's drafted. Now, obviously, they'll watch film. They might like a guy, but that is not going to determine if they stay or leave a job. You know what is going to determine if they stay or leave? Getting promoted, getting a better job somewhere else, getting more pay somewhere else. That's what's going to determine. All these coaches, they want, most of them, they want to be head football coaches. They want to run their own programs, their own organizations. All right. They want to do things how they want to do it. So they don't have to answer to anyone else. You know what I'm saying? So if a guy leaves, typically it's either an upgrade in the sense of what he is as far as his position on a team or how much input he has, or better pay, or both. It's not because, oh, I want Mac Jones. They drafted Trey Lance. Like, bro, no. Like, no. If they draft Trey Lance, you do your job and you coach him. It has nothing to do with, well, oh no, I don't think Trey Lance is going to be good, so I'm going to leave this job and go to Kentucky. No, you leave being the 49ers quarterback coach, which is basically Kyle Shanahan's bitch boy. All right, you leave that and you go to Kentucky because now you're the offensive coordinator and you're the quarterback coach. And from there, you know what? I'm in the SEC. If I do well here, I'm calling plays well here, and I'm doing my thing, and Kentucky's offense is cooking. I go get a Power 5 head coaching job. And if you can get a Power 5 head coaching job, especially in the SEC, damn, he at Kentucky, he's cooking us. Oh, wow. All of a sudden, I'm, Ole Miss has a, Lane Kiffin left to this school, and there's an opening job at Ole Miss or whatever. You go and be the head coach at Ole Miss? Like, fuck the NFL. One thing I've learned about being in the South is they love their football. It's different. I live in Southeast Arkansas. I moved here almost 2 years ago. They love their college football. It's not like California. I got my guy, I got one of my boys in here, he in the chat right now, my guy Chris, he loves USC. How he loves USC, like multiply that by 10, and that's how they love their college football teams in the South. There's not an environment like it. And I'm not just talking about like people that just have like, oh, I root for Oregon. I really like Oregon. Hey, I was an alumni of Oregon. No, these people live and die by their college football teams. Like I've never seen anything like it. When I moved into this house I'm in, everything in my house, like hell, there's a in my yard, there's a bonfire thing. On the bonfire thing, is like etched into it, is like, it's really cool. I don't even know how they did it. It's Razorback. It's like there's a Arkansas Razorback, and then they say Razorbacks around it. One day I'll try to take a picture and post on here and share my screen with y'all and show you. Like everything in my house, like all this stuff, there was hella Razorback stuff around here. Hella stuff. I got a nice pool, really nice pool. There's big ass Razorback flags and stuff over there. Like I'm telling you, like the way that they love it in the SEC, this is all they have. It's like you hunt, you love your guns, and you love your Razorbacks. And it's pretty much like that throughout the South. They hunt, they love their guns, and they love their Alabama Crimson Tide. Like, so if you are Rich Scangarello, all right, this is a move to advance. It's not because Trey Lance is the quarterback. No, it's not because Trey Lance is the quarterback. Oh, I don't think he's good. No. Peace out, Kyle. I'm going to the SEC, and they love fishing. Listen, I got a pond in my front, like right here in front of my house. Big ass pond. There's hella fish, bass, catfish, all that in there, right? The high school kids hit me all the time. Coach Croc, can I come fish? Yeah, come on. Yesterday, I kid you not. Yesterday, about 6 kids out there in front of my house, high school kids, fishing. That's what they want to do in their spare time. Hunt, fish, have their guns, don't mess with their guns, and they love their Razorbacks. So it's not, it has, the Scangarello thing has nothing to do with Trey Lance and maybe how he can advance and all this, that, and the other. No, it's everything about them damn hogs, fishing, and whatever else Scangarello wants to do in Kentucky. All right, advance. Like that's an opportunity for him to advance. Him going from Kyle Shanahan's kind of bitch boy at quarterback coach, going to Kentucky and being a quarterback coach and offensive coordinator is going to potentially leverage him to maybe one day in the next 2-3 years be a head coach in the SEC where you are king. You be the king.